Hello there, I hope everyone's doing okay. I'm going back again. Now, I know I'm doing another Level Earth Observer video, obviously, but to be quite honest with you, if he keeps on putting out stupid, I'm going to keep on making video replies and, trying my best to explain things to him, but he's just not having it. He just doesn't care, as far as I'm concerned. As every video he puts out, I'm starting to think that he's just taking the piss. That he's not actually think the way he thinks. But if he keeps on putting out videos, and one of the main reasons why I do this, because it just annoys me, is that people in his comments just kiss his ass. And they just like, yeah, I agree, yeah. What? Why is his crane on top of the globe and not in England on the side? That's a fail right there. No, because it wouldn't actually, and as you can tell, he's got it dangling to the side there, you moron. And what do you mean on the side? England's not on the equator. What? Okay, that's oh my god, I feel nauseating just reading these comments. Right? And he's the Level Earth Observer at this present minute, with countless of people who replied to him, including myself. He's just not understanding what is being shown to him and what is being explained to him on aspects of physics and motion and all this kind of stuff. Essentially, what he's doing at the minute is, your experiment doesn't have a crane in it, so therefore it's wrong, and that's it. Done. That's Level Earth Observer in a nutshell. Right? And I was going to do one on Hans Wormhat recently, but Hans Wormhat put me in a bit of a rage the other day when I found out that he did videos claiming that D-Day was fake and that it's boring, and that the Blitz was just there to destroy history. So yeah, that pretty much put me into, I got pretty pissed off. And I'm like, nope, nope, he's not worth my time. So like I said, I'm back on LEO. Yeah, the excitement in my voice is relevant. But hey, let's just thing it. Now the first sort of thing I want to cover on is this thing. Now this is a video that they've done, that millions of flat earthers have done, that seems to prove how unhappy they look and all this kind of stuff.
One of the Apollo landers taken off a few weeks ago, how terrible the production of that was.
What do you mean production of what? What? Oh yeah, the takeoff thing from him. Yeah, I don't care of your opinions of what footage looks like, dude. I really don't. You provided no evidence, no facts, no proof, nothing on CGI or any of this sort of thing, and you've been proven incorrect on your claims of the angles of takeoff and all this kind of thing. Right? The thing is, right, these guys here, this probably isn't the first talk they've had since they've arrived. Ever since they've arrived, they've probably been poked and prodded and asked a million questions and have to sit through sort of things with them, right? However, let's put it this way. Apollo 11 returned to Earth on July 24th, 1969. The post-flight press conference took place on August the 12th. They were in quarantine for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Can you imagine being in quarantine for 3 weeks? Right? They were probably emotionally, physically, and mentally exhausted at this point, and bored out of their minds. And they were just frustrated. To be honest with you, I think they just wanted to go home and see their family and actually sleep in a proper bed. You know what I mean? That's the thing. They're just mentally exhausted. So they're just tired, per se. And you can tell they're having a laugh a few times in this 1 hour and 23-minute press conference. They have a few laughs in it, but for the most part, it's like they've said all this stuff about a million times prior to this. I think they're just kind of done with it, personally. Right? But let's move on to this. And this is going to be quick. Alright, let's just allow him to talk first.
Now, despite the fact you're misrepresenting your claims...
No, he's not. Far from it.
Despite the fact you're using magnets...
That doesn't matter. As he explains, he uses the magnets to sort of represent and visualize gravity,
On the
basically to make a point.
end of the block of the crane and on the ground, thus cheating.
No, it's not cheating, seeing the fact that we can't actually replicate proper gravity on a small base model, because Earth's gravity will overwhelm it even if we could. Right?
Even though you're doing that, in your demo,
I see where he's going with this in a second.
the block and the rope are in outer space here, it would seem. So even though you cheated with your
He didn't cheat.
silly demonstration,
It's not a silly demonstration.
you still highlighted the absurdity of the spinning globe Earth.
No. Well, first of all, if this was bloody to scale, this crane would be like 1,000,000 miles tall. Right? I'm not quite sure, did that cross your mind? Or do you actually think, Elio, when you're sitting in your crane that you're this tall and you're like king of the hill or something? Right? Again, he's just visualizing a point. Now, when he spins it really slowly, as you've quite conveniently omitted for most of your audience, when he spins it slowly, the block and the rope very hardly move. Like you said, it's gravity is doing all that for you in the real world, all this kind of thing. The only time it spins far off like that is when he spins it really, really quickly. Now, the Earth spins very slowly. Yes, it's 1,000 miles per hour, right? But in terms of RPM, it's like 0.006 RPM, right? So basically, Leo, hold a basketball in your hand and spin it in such a way that it does one rotation in 360 degrees in 24 hours. Now, I don't think anyone's going to be that bored to actually try that, but that's the point here. That's how slow it's in now. When he spins it really quickly, that allows the rope to spin off like that, that's Earth's rotation about 1,000,000 times too fast. And he's doing it back and forth. Now, if the Earth actually did do that and started to speed up, yes, things would fly off. Because, you know, everything would change. Right? So, yeah, you're just ignoring what he's trying to show you here.
And we thank you for that, Walt. Nice one, Bud.
Oh, shut up.
And we're going to look now at representation of my claims and a token. Representative of the globe, the very first...
Representative of the globe? What do you mean a representative of the globe? It's not a court case of crying out loud. It's not bloody like Judge Judy, for God's sake.
Sentence that comes out of his mouth being a misrepresentation of my claims.
No, I'm not so sure about that, Elio.
And a total lie.
No, and when he gets to it, I'll tell you in a sec.
Level Earth Observer, the crane operator from England who believes his crane proves that the Earth is flat.
Never made that claim ever, cartoon boy. I've made
Yes, you have.
the claims that tower cranes being dead still prove the Earth isn't a spinning ball. Fact. And your evidence that's come in the form of ping pong balls with magnets just proves how ridiculous the spinning globe is. And prove the Earth isn't...
Hang on. What did you say?
That the Earth is flat.
Never made that claim ever, cartoon boy. I've made the claims that tower cranes being dead still prove the Earth isn't a spinning ball. Fact.
Yes, so the fact that you say that your cranes prove that the Earth isn't a spinning ball also is pretty much the claim that you think the Earth is flat. So yes, you have made that claim. That's pretty much the same thing. And you also did a video a while back, and I'm not going to find it because I can't be asked, and you know you've made it, Elio, that you put a crane, I think it was, where the jib and the block was, I think, pointing west or east. And if you wanted, if you wanted to turn the crane so the jib was pointing north, in your mind that was uphill, and the crane's motors would have to work harder to go uphill. So again, that's a claim that your crane proves that the Earth is flat. So you have made those claims, stop lying. Right? You've made every claim that you make with your crane that the Earth's not a rotating, spinning cannonball, or whatever you like to always say. What's the next, clever quote-unquote phrase that you come up with next? Every time you make those, you also do claim that the Earth's flat.
And your evidence that's come in the form of ping pong balls with magnets just
Yeah, that was Where's Wally's video, not his video. Right, and there's millions of other scientific evidences that you can bring forward, but again, because McCrane didn't do that, proves that the Earth's not spinning. That's the only evidence to it, isn't it? So yeah, no, you're not getting in any sort of Nobel Science Prizes here.
just proves how ridiculous the spinning globe is.
No. Just no.
Of course, every tower crane on Earth proves that.
No, we've been through this, Elio. Your tower crane experiments, or you don't really actually show any experiments, you essentially just sit in your crane and suggest what should be happening, and that's about it. Right? No, we've been through this. Your crane experiments prove nothing.
And the fact that now we've got cartoon, geeky type characters coming on
Well, you're a lovely chap, aren't you?
the screen, lying and misrepresenting about people like myself, about my...
No, he's not lying. Every video you make the claim that the Earth's not a rotating, spinning ball, i.e. flat. So you do make the claims that you think that your crane proves that the Earth is flat. You're just being basically sort of clever with your words here. You're being funny with them.
claims, trying to defend absurdities like the cartoon globe, only highlight how desperate this globe nonsense really is.
Dude, you do understand, right, that the globe, we have over 2,500 years worth of scientific study and understanding and observations to back up the globe, and the heliocentric model for that matter. So no, it's not desperate at all. It's the flat earthers that are desperate. Because they keep on coming up with more and more bullshit like yourself, and the fact that you are just not listening and seemingly just don't care. You're quite happy to sit on top of your crane with a can of Strongbow. Sorry, that was from a commenter, but it's quite funny. Can of Strongbow and sit in your crane and just think that, yeah, my crane does this, but it doesn't do this on a smaller model, so therefore, I've proved the Earth's flat. No.
Over. And we'll just look at this bit of train footage that is supposedly starred in 3 or 4 videos, supposedly debunking me and proving that tower cranes can be dead still on a spinning ball. So we'll have a quick look at that. Bear with me. This typical globe bit of sophist nonsense is supposedly proof that
Why is it nonsense? It's proving a point.
tower cranes can be dead still, have hundreds of feet of rope, and be dead still on a spinning ball. So let's have a look. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, are you actually going to explain what's actually happening in this video here? Right? Right? Are you actually going to prove this train, if it's a bullet, you can do this on a bullet train as well. Now this train, if it's the bullet train, is going about 200 miles an hour. And yet, the water's not sloshing to the back, the pen isn't falling over, the penny isn't even rolling to the back. Please explain that. You can have a piece of rope that's dangling from the top to the bottom. Not even that would move until the train accelerates or decelerates. That's what we're trying to explain to you here. That there's clearly movement going on. Right? There's clearly movement going on here. But nothing's moving. Right? It's the same thing. This train, sort of in retrospect, visualizes the sort of container of the Earth. Sort of the system. Like I said, Earth's atmosphere, we are in Earth's atmosphere rotates with the Earth, we are in constant motion, nothing's ever at rest. So basically, your crane is not going to feel anything, neither are we, until the Earth rotates. We are in constant motion. This is the whole point of this video.
chaps, but I do not operate bottles of spring water for a living.
Well, I think you probably need to drink a bit more water, but that's not the point. Right? This is... for fuck.
I'd be pretty well hydrated if I did.
Yes, but again, this entire video, you've missed the point.
But I think I'd struggle to lift things up.
Huh. Funny.
So this doesn't really come into the realms of any kind of science other than Sophie's nonsense.
What you mean? You've claimed that the Earth's spinning and your jib should move. This is clearly showing high-speed movement, and yet nothing here is moving whatsoever. So it's not nonsense at all. You've completely missed the point.
Unless, of course, you're claiming you can lift. For example, let's set you a challenge.
Oh, so what the hell has the Earth got to do if it was a globe or flat? Got to do with lifting stuff now? I thought it was about the movement of the block at the end of your crane.
Lift?
Then he's going to ask you to do some stupid thing here, and this video's going to go on forever. So like I said, right, like the title of the video, Level Earth Observer is completely ignoring, or i.e. missing, the point. And, like I said, he's just deliberately now ignoring everything that's basically being shown to him or explained to him. He doesn't want to learn anything. Like in one of his older videos, he states that he doesn't give a flying F about what people, about astronomy and space and all this kind of stuff, and that, he'd rather do exploring on the ground. Well, unfortunately, dude, that's been done. I don't think there are many unexplored islands at this present minute, or we haven't found any. Thousands of people every year go to the North Pole and the South Pole. Right, we're fully explored. Now, that doesn't mean that that's going to stop you. You can explore as much as you want. But it's been done, right? We're still learning a lot about the Earth, that's for sure. But so you're suggesting that just because you don't want to learn about space, NASA and astronomy and everywhere, all astronomers around the world should just basically drop all their tech, drop what they're doing, unplug everything, burn all the buildings down, and then done. Just ignore it. Because Level Earth Observer doesn't care. Like I said, I explained to you many times in that ISS video. You claim about what they do with the budget, and you need to understand how much NASA has helped develop over the last 30, 40, 50 years. It's an astonishing amount of stuff. So yeah, I'm not going through that again. But yeah, Leo, you're kind of pathetic at this point. I'm sorry, dude. You're deliberately missing the point and are lying to yourself and to everyone else when you said that you've never made that claim that your crane proves the Earth's flat. You pretty much have. Right? Okay, that's me done before I get any angrier. Done. Well, I hope to see you all again. Hopefully, just please somebody find me someone out there that does videos that I can do on, because everyone else seems to have just buggered off. And I'm not doing hands where I'm at. No, because I'll die by the end of the video. Right. Hope everyone has a lovely evening. Lovely evening. Sorry, it's only just gone afternoon. Have a nice day. Keep safe, and hopefully it'll be good when the pubs reopen now when the football starts. Love you, lovely. Hope to see you all again. Bye bye.